Jonah was a prophet of God, living in Israel, when God gave him a very unusual mission. God told Jonah, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me." Nineveh was the capital of Assyria, a nation that had been cruel to Israel, so Jonah didn't want to obey. He didn't want the people of Nineveh to be saved. Instead of heading to Nineveh, Jonah made a decision to run away. He boarded a ship going to Tarshish, as far as he could go in the opposite direction. But God sent a fierce storm that threatened to destroy the ship. The sailors were terrified, and they cast lots to figure out who was responsible for the storm. The lot fell on Jonah, and he admitted that he was running away from God. The sailors, afraid to throw Jonah overboard, tried to row the ship to safety, but the storm only grew worse. Finally, Jonah told them, "Throw me into the sea, and the storm will stop." Reluctantly, the sailors threw him overboard, and immediately the storm ceased. But Jonah wasn't done yet. God had one more part of the plan for him. He sent a big fish, a giant whale or sea creature, to swallow Jonah whole. Jonah spent 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the fish. While inside, Jonah prayed to God, thanking him for saving his life and promising to follow God's command. Finally, God commanded the fish to spit Jonah out onto dry land. Jonah, now willing to obey, went to Nineveh. He walked through the city proclaiming, 40 more days, and Nineveh will be overthrown." To Jonah's surprise, the people of Nineveh believed his message. They fasted, repented, and turned away from their evil ways. Even the king of Nineveh humbled himself and ordered that everyone seek God's forgiveness. God saw their repentance and had compassion on them. He decided not to destroy the city. But Jonah was angry. He didn't think the people of Nineveh deserved mercy. He went outside the city, sat down, and waited, hoping the city would still be destroyed. To teach Jonah a lesson, God caused a plant to grow up and provide Jonah with shade. But the next day, God sent a worm to destroy the plant. Jonah was upset about the plant, and God said, "You had pity on the plant, but you don't care about the thousands of people in Nineveh who don't know right from wrong." The story ends with Jonah learning that God cares for all people, even those he might not like. The lesson is clear. God's mercy is for everyone, and he wants us to share that mercy with others. Jonah's story reminds us that we can't run from God's plans, and that God's love and forgiveness are available to all who turn to him.